1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. We're getting to the end of 2018, and I had a request from someone in the audience if I could do the classic song Auld Lang Syne, typically sung on New Year's Eve. This is a great old song, and it's got a great melody, and I've got two arrangements worked up. The first one we're going to work on playing it kind of slow. I kind of think of it almost like a piano style arrangement of taking the basic melody and filling it up with pinches and some extra harmony notes. And then for the second arrangement, we're going to kick it up tempo and play it kind of more like a bluegrass scrug style arrangement of the same melody. So we're going to work on, again, how do you take a basic melody, play it slow and pretty, and then how do you take a basic melody and play it bluegrass banjo style. So that's what we're going to work on for this lesson. I'm going to break down both solos note for note and then show you a bunch of backup I would do for the slow version and a bunch of backup I would do for the fast version. So you'll have some backup to try for each version. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, mikeheadingmusic.com, grab the full-length lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. Alright, here's Auld Lang Syne in the key of G. Alright, let's start breaking down this slow version of Auld Lang Syne, and let me play the first 5 measures, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Alright, let's do that a few times. One more time, real slow. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so remember we're in 4/4, so we're counting 4 beats per measure, even though the song is pretty slow. So we're going to start with our pickup in measure 1, so we've got 3 beats of rest, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to hit the open 4th string on beat 4, which would be a quarter note, so 4, and then we're going to come up to measure 2, we're going to pinch strings 3, 2, and 1 all at the same time. So for this slower version, I like to add a lot of harmony to the basic melody to really fill it up, and I think that helps on a really slow song like this. So we're going to pinch the top 3 strings, 3, 2, and 1, and the melody there is the 3rd string. So we have, and then we're going to play the 3rd string 2 more times on the and of beat 2, and then on beat 3. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just going to use my thumb because it's a slower song, so I'm going to use my thumb twice in a row. So we've got a dotted quarter note, so that's 1.5 times the amount of a normal quarter note. So it'd be 1, 2, and then we're coming on the and of beat 2 with the open 3rd string, and then on beat 3. So I just recommend counting it out 1 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to pinch strings 2 and 1 with our index and middle finger. So the melody there is, again, so then we filled it up with. So not too hard. Let's count it one more time. 1, 2, 3. And remember, you can always just play the single note melody if you want to. And then for measure 3, we're going to go into a 2-finger D chord. So I'm going to put my first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, my 3rd finger, or pinky, I like using my 3rd finger though, all the way down on the 4th fret of the 4 strings. And I'm going to pinch strings 4, 3, and 1. So T-I-M. And that's going to be a dotted quarter note as well. And then you're going to take your first finger off and play that open 3rd string. And then put your first finger back down, take your 3rd finger off, and pinch strings 4, 3, and 1 again. So it's the same timing as measure 2, 1, and 3. We're just doing it now over a D chord. So what are we doing there? The melody is on the 3rd string. So I just, again, picked a harmony note. So in the first pinch, we're harmonizing with this lower 4th string, 4th fret, which is a D. And then we take that note off. And then I just did a different harmony now with an open D to get that low D note. I think that sounds nice. You could also harmonize it with the 4th fret again if you wanted to. But I think changing that lower harmony kind of sounds nice. You have... Let's do just the right hand if you're ever in doubt. Again, we're kind of breaking a Scruggs rule there by playing our index finger twice in a row. But it's a slower song, so you can kind of break some rules. And then right here, the last 2 notes of measure 3, 4, and, so 8th notes, we're going to hit the open 2nd string with our index finger, and then our 2nd fret 3rd string. So we have... And remember, the melody there is the 3rd string, and then it walks down, and then we're going to go to the open 3rd string for measure 4. So again, the melody for the first 3 measures is... And we're adding those harmonies, remember. Measure 4, pinch strings 3, 2, and 1 again, so T-I-M. And then open 3rd string again on the and a beat 2, same that we did before. And then right here, you're going to take your 3rd finger and slide from 2 to 4 on the 3rd string. And then we're going to put our 2nd finger up on the 3rd fret 2nd string and pinch those 2 notes. So we have... And the melody there is... So it's just open strings, open 3rd string twice, and then 2nd string, and then open 1st string. So what did we do to fill that up? I pinched to start it, and then instead of playing the open 2nd string and then the open 1st string, which you could do but it's not that interesting, I added a slide, and then pinched, so you have... So it just fills it up a little bit. And then we're going to slide into a C chord right here and pinch strings 3, 2, and 1. And the melody there is up on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So you have... The melody is right there. I'm just harmonizing it now with a C chord. So we have... And that's going to be a dotted half note, so 3 beats. 1, 2, 3... Then you're going to slide your 3rd finger up to the 5th fret of the 1st string and pinch the outside strings. Just like octaves there. Or actually, it's the same note. So we have... And the melody there is... So we go up there. I just slid up and pinched to fill it up. So you can count it too if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do those first 5. 1, 2, 3. So for this lesson, I really work on, connecting the phrases, getting really good tone, keeping your notes down as long as possible. Resist the urge to kind of just lift your fingers up. This is, we need, on a slower song, we need to connect all the tones to really help the phrases connect together. Banjos don't have a ton of sustain, like a violin or something where you can play a really long note. So that's why I'm filling it up with more pinches to help those tones hang out, to give me a little more time on a slower song. So again, 5 one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's take it from measure 19, and we're gonna start the bluegrass style solo of Auld Lang Syne. And for this version, we're basically gonna double the length of all the chords. So instead of one measure of G, one measure of D. We'll break this down in the backup in more detail, but I just wanted to let you know that basically for the bluegrass style version, to make the melody sound kind of bluegrassy, I guess, which I know is not a word, but bluegrassy, that we're going to double the length of each of the chords. So we're going to start with a pickup on measure 19. We're going to pinch strings 3 and 1 on the and of beat 1. So you basically be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then we're going to pinch on and then we're going to hit the open 4th string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, 4th fret on the 4th string. And I'm using my 1st and 3rd finger, so we have 1. Do just the right hand once. It's 1. I strongly recommend counting beat 1. 1 and if you're having trouble with that initial pinch, you could just take it out, just count beat 1 on its own. 1. But that's very bluegrassy, or I think a J.D. Crowe in a kickoff like that. So that's getting into measure 20. Then you're right there. You're going to slide from 4 to 5 on the 4th string. We're going to do a forward reverse roll. So 4, 3, 1, T-I-M. And then hit the 5th string. And then go backwards. 1st string, 3rd string. Slide your 3rd finger back down to the 4th fret. And then open 1st string. So we have... Let's loop that a few times. And then for measure 21, we're going to hit the open 3rd string, pinch the outside strings, and then do T-I-T-M, 3rd string, 2nd string, and then a quick 3-2 pull off on the 3rd string, thumb, middle, 3rd string, 1st string. And I'm getting 3 notes there, 4 E and. So we have... looping 21. So let's compare that to the slow version. So we have, now we have, so see how we're just filling that up? So we basically did a pull off instead of doing that open melody. We did a pull off there. So let's do that one more time. And then keep your 1st finger down right where it is, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and this is our D lick, measure 22. We're going to do 3rd string, 1st string, and then put your 3rd finger down on the 4th fret, do 4, 3, 1, and then take off your 1st string and do 4, 3, 1 again. So you have... Measure 23, put your 1st finger back down, pinch the outside strings, and then do the same roll. It's basically like measure 21, except it's now over a D chord. So let's do 22 and 23. So let's compare that again to the slow version we had. Now we have. Let's do it one more time. I think maybe even a little faster will help you hear it. You kind of have to accent your index finger there on that 3rd string on measure 22. So you started with your thumb accent. Now you do your index finger. Make sure you're hearing that melody change when you take off your 1st finger. 24 is a fill lick. So that's a classic Scruggs lick. So we do open third string. As a quarter note, go up and do 5, 3, 1. T-I-M, and then back to your index finger on the third string. Second fret on the fourth string. Open first string. So you have